first started, the children, this was the place for them to come to keep out of trouble. And I'm so glad that our board and our members are keeping the legacy of Uncle Randy. Grown up paddling with the Canoe Club, their children are paddling for the Canoe Club, so it's an ongoing thing.
My name's Cindy Brock. I've been paddling with Manu since about 2004. The reason why I came to the club initially was my boys Joe and Bo paddled for Uncle Randy. Joe was the first disabled paddler that Uncle Randy had in the club, and with his acceptance of my son, who's physically disabled, it changed his whole life. And I couldn't be prouder of Joe and my son Bo and everything that this club has given them. Joe's got to travel all over and paddle and represent Hawaii, and he was a part of the Molokai crew, the first physically disabled crew to cross the channel. It just changed his whole life. It changed his future. It gave him a purpose, and this club means a lot to us. He taught them discipline. He taught them what they need to do, how to contribute to the community. It wasn't only about paddling, it was about giving back. You know, you come, you clean up the site, you help. You know, when you're paddling and you're racing, you help everybody. You don't just sit there and watch. You know, he made sure that those kids learned that they had to participate and help everybody. So it really was a wonderful example of what you should be.
My name is Joe Brock. Around 12 years old when I joined the club. And I didn't know of any other sport in this area that would accept me or had adaptive stuff for me. I do remember when I was 12 years old coming here for the first time. I remember Uncle Randy was over at the Kamani Lounge. The only question he had for me was, "You can swim or what?" That was it. That was, started my life as a canoe paddler. And I got to meet so many other great people, and they never questioned my ability either. They just got to see the person that uses a chair.
My name is Auntie Faith. Everybody knows me as Auntie Faith. I don't know the year, but I know I've been here for about 21 years. I've grown up in the ocean all my life. I lived on the west side. My brother and my dad were commercial fishermen, and Manu has just made it a full circle for me. Well, what Manu Kekai means to me is it's a big part of my life now, but what it did was it brought a big awareness of how much we have. And growing up, like I said, around in the ocean, you take it for granted. You get to go camping, you get fresh fish, and not until you get older do you realize the value of where we live and the ocean and how it really connects to your spirit and your soul. When you're out in the ocean, you cannot think of anything else except the wind, the mountain. You're just, your pure surroundings. So Manu has really brought a big awareness for me. So when I first joined, you just get in a canoe. There's no instruction. Get in a canoe and paddle. That's the instruction. And the terrifying one was I paddled with Uncle Randy, and he said, "Get in a canoe." I was like in seat 5, and I was like, he said, "Just paddle." And we went to Waimea. And that was like,
that was like Molokai.
Yes, because I didn't want to breathe. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to cry. I wanted to do it all, but just to be in a canoe with Uncle Randy was such an honor. He drove me crazy every time, but I just love that guy and what he's done for all of us. Yeah.
From Kaipua, my dad started Manu Kekai. We was across the other side by Ali Beach, where the jet skis guys launched. And we was looking, this place is too small. And they all say, get one spot right next to Surf and Sea that's vacant, which I see we require that area. So found out nobody was using them. We came here, got permission from the neighborhood board and everybody, and slowly we started cleaning up the area, and here we are.
Yeah, it's really special to me because as I grew up, this was my stomping grounds. And this used to be a village of fishing village and it used to go down. It goes down now.
Yeah.
They filled it up quite a bit, but it used to be a fishing village and the fishermen used to live there. They used to bring their catch in. Yeah. And you know, there was a sand all over here and they kind of drifted and then they built the break wall. So this is where I live. I was, you know, born and raised. I used to play around over here and we used to live in the fish pond. Yeah.
You know what? Our club has always moved forward. And, you know, today we have the board here. And I feel very blessed as the president to have such an amazing backing because there's been multiple conversations where, you know, Auntie Fate is calling me and, you know, keeping me sane and telling me that things are going to be okay. And Michelle taking care of things and Cindy calling me and say, we get this person and this person to come help. And everybody, you know, every single one of you who have spoke up during this process that have helped to make things happen. And you know, we're still in the very beginning. And you know, today was supposed to be a sad day. Today was supposed to be a sad day where we was going to be taking down our halal. But you know, at the same time, we're looking forward to new beginnings. And you know, God works in mysterious ways. And today we don't need to take down our halal. So, you know, like I said, the road has just begun. We have a meeting coming up with the board members. They'll be coming down to inspect the site. In my hopes, so that way they're going to come here and tell us what we need to do so that we can keep her. You know, so we're all praying for the best. And you know, and part of what was happening today is we had a blessing scheduled, and we're very blessed to have Canoe here to help bless the club and was going to be blessing our halal, and we've got our koa here, and so we're going to move forward with the blessing because to me you can never have enough blessings.
And what does Manu Okikai mean to you?
It means everything. My father started this as his legacy.